been a hot sec since I made a vlog, but here we are, and of course we're starting off at a school scene because you know how I roll. So this is like a last minute thought I came up with, but I am going to do a little weekend vlog, and we're going to be reading strictly romance novels because it's Valentine's Day weekend, and it's also the weekend starting off my February break. So I thought it'd be perfect timing to do this. So the first book I'm going to be reading is The Ex Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is, I believe, I Hate to Love a workplace romance. It is the book club book for Sugar and Spice, which is hosted by Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner and Amanda from Ginger Snapped Reads. I will link their channels down below. But I am super excited to be reading this book because I read a Rachel Lynn Solomon book last year. It's called Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. It's a YA romance. And usually YA romances are not my favorite, but it was a 5-star read for me and I really enjoyed it. So I have high hopes for this book, and I think it's cool that it's like about a radio talk show, like job place. I feel like a lot of job place romances take place in like an office. So I think this is like really unique and kind of different. So I'm super excited to be diving into this. After that, I do not know what I'm going to be reading. Maybe some fantasy romance. I don't know. Maybe a YA. Maybe I'll just stick with adult contemporary romance. I don't really know. But I'll let you know as we go on this vlog. So I had like 2 teachers come in my room and talk to me, and I have to go. But I'm going to finish this snippet really quick. So yes, Grayson has a cold. He got tested yesterday. Doesn't have COVID. So very thankful. So we literally don't do anything on the weekends anyway because we don't go anywhere. We really won't go anywhere this week, or like even go to my parents' house is the one place that we do go to. But yeah, so I will check in later. I am going to be reading this during lunch. It's like the Friday before break, so I really don't care what I do. And yeah, bye guys. I planned on checking in earlier, but just didn't happen. I, at work, watched my brother-in-law's basketball game that he coaches. He coaches at a like local college, and I just didn't check in for the school. And I was gonna check in when I got home because I have read a lot. Then I just hung out with everybody, like not everybody, my husband and Grayson, and then we watched a movie, which you guys saw. So I figured I should check in because I'm getting ready to go live with Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner. We're playing Among Us, and I'm super excited. It's like a break from like work, as it's being presented as, like homework, crazy weeks. So we're not reading, which I'm really actually kind of excited about. But I am really liking this book, so I do want to keep reading. So I'm a little bummed on that. But again, let's get back to this. So The Ex Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. So I am enjoying this book so far. I like it. So again, it's about, we have 2 main characters. We have Shay, who is a radio talk show producer, and we have Dominic, who is recently been employed there. He is, I think he went to school for journalism, and he's like a reporter that works with their news radio show type thing. And they have to kind of like save their ratings are going down. I feel like I'm explaining this really bad. So the like main guy brings them all in and it's like, we need a new idea, we need a new concept to kind of really get our ratings back up. And so they come up with The Ex Talk. And the Dominic and Shay don't really care for each other. I would say more Shay doesn't like Dominic versus Dominic not liking Shay. And so they are staging as the ex couple, hosting the show about what their relationship was like and them breaking up and fielding breakup questions and doing like episodes about breakups. So, but obviously as they are actually getting to know each other, because really prior to this, they didn't like each other. They didn't really know each other. Dominic's only been working there for like 4 months. They are starting to become friends, and then definitely some feelings are starting to happen. So I think what I like about this so far is that it's not your typical work love story, because I think it's cool with this like the podcast, radio show esque part of it. And also it's their boss that was like pushing the relationship, that like wanted them to pretend that they had something in the past. So I think that's interesting. And you guys know how I like romance novels. If you're not new to this channel, it has more content than just a romance, and this does. I think this book touches a lot about having to deal with change, and like having to accept change and how to deal with that. And I think also it deals with the fact that when on society, people at a certain age, so Shay is 29, Dominic's 24. And Shay at 29 is feeling like she's supposed to have had all her life together right now. And she doesn't feel like, she sees people, her family and friends getting married and having kids and, getting these really amazing jobs and moving. And she feels like has not progressed as much as she wanted to. And she's trying to kind of deal with that. And she feels lonely. Because of societal standards that people put on, that you have to be at a certain place at a certain age. So I find that really interesting too. But yeah, I am really enjoying it. I'm on page 184, so a lot farther along than I thought I was going to be. But this is a really weird angle. I don't know why I put it here. I just didn't feel like getting out my tripod. So I actually got kind of ready for Kirsten's live because it's my girl, so I gotta look somewhat presentable. And yeah, so I'm gonna play Among Us, maybe read if I get a chance to in between things. Like I said, I'm really, really enjoying this book, and I want to see the relationship grow between Dominic and Shay. So I am enjoying it. So I'll check in later.
Are we supposed to wave in the vlog?
Hey loves, it's Saturday, and I just woke up from a nap, which I'm pregnant, so it's gotta be a good excuse. But I figured I would do a check-in. The lighting's kind of wonky, but I didn't feel like plugging in my ring light. So, but I did finish The X Talk by Rachel and Solomon. Oh, this book was so good. I love Dominic and Shay. I think their relationship is cool and real, and I feel like the characters in the stories just in general are really relatable, I feel like, to anybody. And maybe it's because I'm turning Shay's age this year. Shay's 29. I'll be 29 in like less than 2 months. So I feel like I could relate to her character a lot, and I know friends that are kind of experiencing things that Shay is feeling about that idea of that you're not where you want to be or where you thought you were going to be at 29 based on societal norms. And I just really enjoyed it. I like also the commentary on some issues that are going on in our world, kind of like that one, and also sexism in the workplace. It touches definitely upon that, where Shay works and Dominic with their boss Kent. And yeah, I just thought it was really good. I like the romance between the two. And if you guys know, if you've watched any of my other videos about romances, I will put one of them in the cards above, that I like romance novels that touch upon other issues, and definitely with the dealing of change and having to grasp that, the sexism in the workplace and the societal expectations set upon people of where they're supposed to be by a certain time. And it also definitely deals with grief, because her mother is marrying a guy. Her father passed away when she was in high school, so it's been 10 years. But that, accepting that new level of that there is a new family that she is now a part of, and it's not just her and her mom anymore, is definitely challenging for her. So I gave this 5 stars. I think you should definitely pick it up. It's a quick read. I could have definitely read this in like a one-day setting if I had the time. But yeah, so it's definitely a great start to this vlog. So I decided for my next book I'm going to move to, and it's going to be a book that I just recently got in my book of the month box. I know a lot of people got this one. People are really excited for this book. It was on a lot of people's most anticipated books of 2021, and that is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. So this is a sapphic romance, which I'm so excited about, and it's about a girl who she just completed her PhD, and she goes to Las Vegas to celebrate with her girlfriends, and she comes home and she has married a woman that she has met there that she does not really know. So it's trying to, I think, like, get to know who this woman is and see if this marriage is going to work. And I'm probably explaining this really bad, but I am super excited about this. Like I said, it is a sapphic romance, and I just love a good sapphic romance book, and I'm super excited. And it's not long, which is perfect for doing a weekend like reading vlog. It is only like 200, I think, and 89 pages long. So definitely a great start. Got a 5-star read right off the bat, and let's move on to another romance that surprisingly was also released in 2021, and I'll let you know what it is as the day goes on. Plans for today, not much. I'm just super tired. I'm at that point in my pregnancy where I just want to sleep the whole time. And what else are we doing today? I don't even know. I think I have to run to do like a curbside pickup order. We might be doing our Valentine's dinner tonight. I don't know. We haven't really decided yet, which is probably not a good idea. And then I'm doing reading sprints on Rachel's channel from Let Me in the Library, so I'm super excited for that. I did shower today, so I'm making progress, but again, I did take a nap for like 2 hours, but I was passed out cold. So I'll let you know how the reading goes. Hey guys, so definitely a different angle. I'm in my basement because I'm on a live for reading sprints and Grayson's not sleeping, so you just see some laundry and where Sam works, so that's why it's like all over there, and our lovely pile of clean clothes. So I wanted to check in because I'm like over 100 pages in Honey Girl. So initial thoughts, the concept's kind of unique, I think. So Grace is our main character. She had just received her PhD in astronomy, and she goes to Las Vegas with her friends to kind of celebrate, and she gets super drunk and meets this girl, and they hit it off, and they go and get married. And she wakes up the next morning with a note from her not telling who the girl's name is, and just kind of like where she works in Brooklyn, and Grace is from Seattle, so literally across the country. And that's it. She doesn't even know the girl's name, so she has to like come to terms like she got married, and this is really not like her because she's super planned and like organized with her life. And so yeah, so she's dealing with trying to like kind of understand this new thing, and she does eventually, you know, get to know who the girl is. But she's really struggling because she has a lot of pressure especially from her dad. She calls him the Colonel, and he has put a lot of pressure on her to be a certain way, and had all these really high expectations for her, and she feels like she kind of just can't satisfy him. He didn't want her to be a PhD in astronomy. He wanted him to go into medicine, and so she's really struggling with that aspect of it. And so that's why she's like almost so taken back by getting married, because this is totally not like her. She's afraid what her father would think. So I think there's a lot of great discussions on mental health, as well as that pressure that you feel from parents or kids feel sometimes about like having to please their parents and be a certain thing when they get older. And I think that's really well touched upon. I also like it. She's 28 like I am, so I like that aspect. I do feel like her reaction to getting married was kind of weird. Like, I would be in a pure panic, and even after she leaves Las Vegas with the girl's like information, kind of like where she works, she doesn't look it up like her friend looks it up. Like, so I thought that was kind of weird, and like the connection they have, I feel like, I don't know, it just is not what I would think a reaction would be to finding out that I just got married to a complete stranger. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, so I'm going to continue doing sprints. I'll be reading, and I will maybe check in tonight. I want to get a good chunk of this done though today, but I mean, it's a quick and easy, it's a good read so far, but I'm enjoying it. So it is Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day, the last day of this vlog. I hope everyone had a nice Valentine's Day and spent it with someone that they love, be a significant other, friend, loving yourself, whatever, however you spent it. I hope everyone had a nice day. I had full intention of vlogging way earlier than I did, but here we are, and it's at like nighttime on Sunday. But I did finish Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers, and I finished this at like 1 this morning. So technically I still did read a romance on Valentine's Day. So I have a lot of mixed feelings about this book. There are things that I really liked about this book, and things that just didn't really do it for me. So I guess we'll start off with the things that I really liked. I enjoyed the friendships in here and like the found family that a lot of these friends had in this book. That was definitely a bonus for me. I loved the side characters. The mental health rep in here I think was done really well. And that was really interesting, and I liked that part of the story. I also really enjoyed kind of this discussion about how a lot of people feel like they have to live up to parental expectations, or they're striving to be perfect to not necessarily please themselves but please others, and I know a lot of people feel that way, so I think that was touched upon really, really well in this book too. The things I didn't like is what this book is marketed as, and that is the romance. I feel like the relationship between Grace and Yuki, I want to say how it was pronounced. If I mispronounced it, I apologize. Just didn't seem realistic to me, and I just have something about it just didn't seem real. I mean, if you marry someone that you do not know, in Las Vegas, like, to me, my whole goal wouldn't be trying to make it work. Like, I don't know, like, I would just want chalk it up as a really bad night and let's just get an annulment, a divorce, whatever. However, like, they really want to make it work, and I feel like that just seems unrealistic to me. Like, they're already saying I love you to each other, and like they want this love of this marriage, but like I said, when Grace woke up the next morning, she literally had no idea what the girl's name even was. So to me, it just seemed a little bit far-fetched and unrealistic. And for me, I really like a romance whose romance seems real and relatable. And to me, just that aspect of it was really hard. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And I mean, granted, when I got married, it wasn't like a random thing. So, but I don't know. It just seemed a little, I don't know. That was the part where I struggled with. So I ended up giving it 3 stars. As a debut novel, I think there had a lot of bonuses to it, and I definitely would pick up something else by Morgan Rogers. Definitely at parts did read like a debut novel to me, a lot of sometimes repetitiveness in the words used and everything, but it was enjoyable. It's short, it's only like 293 pages. It was a quick read, and yeah, I mean, it's not that I did not enjoy it. I just was looking for a little bit more in the romance department, I would say. So Honey Girl was, again, a 2021 release. I gave this one 3 stars. And The X Talk is another 2021 release. And this was on books that I most anticipated for, because I've read by Rachel Lynn Flem before, and I really like her books. And I gave this one 5 stars. So I definitely got done 2 romances over the weekend, both 2021 releases, which is nice because I did not have intentions of doing that when I went into this vlog, but it ended up working out that way. So let me know if you've read these books yet, if you plan to read them, what your thoughts are about them. I would really, really like to know kind of what you think about them, or if you plan to read them. So if you'd like to take this journey with me, please press that subscribe button. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you never want to miss any of my content, make sure you hit that notification button. If you want to be my friend on any other social media platform, all that information is down below. And yeah, so stay kind, loves, and I'll see you next time. Bye.